can't see! Hey, it's Chris with Blind TV. It's been a long while since I've uploaded. I've had a lot of life issues, but man, kind of revived now. Went to UTV Takeover, met some great people along the way. But man, Mike, don't you think one of these days it'd be kind of cool to have some Nerf bars or tree kickers, or what do you call those?
Nerf bars, yeah.
Nerf bars, yeah, Nerf bars on it.
Yeah.
Man, by golly, what do we have on the YXZ right now? What are those? Those are what I would like to say GYTR custom fab tree kicker / rock thing, you know,
Sliders.
Nerf bars, rock sliders. And this is going to show you guys that we did this on a $0 budget. Well, correction, $25 in grinding wheels and a flappy wheel. We did all this from, are you ready for it? Wait for it, a stock cage. We made those into a stock cage. And I'm going to show you the cage to show you exactly what it is. So Mike, come in here. Blind guy problems. So, you see I got a stock cage right here. Where's the bars, you say? Well, the bars are now that. My friend Mike came up to me one day and said, "Oh, Chris, you need Nerf bars on your YXZ." I said, "Yeah, but I don't want to pay $300 for them." He said, "You don't have to pay $300 for them. The bends on this cage are the perfect bend you need to contour for your Nerf bars." And I said, "Are you kidding me?" He said, "Let me show you." And that is what we got, guys. We use this cage. The cage, you know, if you get an aftermarket cage or someone gives you another stock cage and you don't have no use for it, you can make them into Nerf bars. This is kind of a how to do it video showing you guys that you don't have $300 tied into a cage or Nerf bars. So we're gonna come back out here, just kind of give you an idea of what's going on about tools that we use. If you got a friend who has a MIG welder or TIG or whatever welder you guys want to use, hands down, you weld it, or you can weld the tabs to them and bolt it to the frame. I chose to weld it because I don't want them to move. Blind guy hits stuff, I don't want them to break. The most common thing that happens to a Nerf bar when they hit something, where they get ripped off. Mine's not going to get ripped off. So the bend right here is this curved piece from here to here. That's what we used on the cage.
Here.
Oh, there? Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
we
from...
filed that out.
Alright, so we went from here to here on the cage. That's the part we used for it. Now, cut the welds on right here, took the tabs off, cut the welds, and smoothed it out. As you can see, it's all nice and smooth right here. Took a cross brace, which you use this, right?
Yeah, I just cut the straight out of it.
Cut the straight out of this to make this. Now, when we did our measurements, now this is completely level, exact same on both sides, and we'll show you the rough cut in a minute. But it was we started at 6.5 inches cut out before we did our what did you call this again?
Nerf bar.
No, dadgummit, you know, that goes into here, coping. Before we got our coping measurements. Now, I'm gonna like to tell you guys, this is what I call a Mike Guyver. Not a MacGyver situation, but a Mike Guyver situation, because I knew nothing about this. You can cope a tube without having to go get coping tools or degree finders or anything like that, because the bend in this right here is that, and it's, if you look at it, and I want you to bring the camera over here, Mike, and show them the simple fact that that is straight, level, even, and I mean even Steven, with, you know, all the way across there. Now, you don't have to have a pipe bender to get that angle. Just find your measurement up on this and go to that. Now, the cool thing about coping is, right here. Well, I'm going to use the loose straws before we get to this yet. To show this. So, Mike said, Chris, we're going to MacGyver this. And I said, oh yeah, what do you mean? He said, I need, and this is a MacGyver situation, I need stir sticks, coffee stir sticks, 2 hairband ties, a piece of paper, and some electrical tape. And I said, what in the world are you talking about, Mike? He said, let me show you. So then, and I'm going to show you on a small piece of pipe right here. So he grabbed a piece of pipe. Matter of fact, this one's better. He grabbed a piece of pipe. He put the paper around it. He took these stir sticks and wrapped it around like this. Let's say they're all the way around for argument's sake, okay? He ran them flush like this. He took it to the pipe that you're gonna cope. So I'm gonna cope this right here. And he slid these dills forward to get his angles all the way around. All these dills all the way around to get your angle that you want across it. And then stuck a piece of tape on it, took it off, and then this is what you get, guys. He took this and went like this all the way around it. They were loose to begin with, but when you stuck this up right here,
You gotta twist it.
you coped it like that.
There's a weld on that piece.
Oh yeah, but I mean just for figurative speaking. So essentially it's gonna go like this, and he slid these forward till he got these right here to line up flush all the way around this pipe.
Flip that. Just flip it 180.
Like that. And then there is your cope. And then we took this off like this, ran it down flush right here to the pipe, flush with the pipe, and then cut those out. There's your cope on your pipe. I, in the history of life, in blindism or whatever you want to call it, have never ever heard of this. This is the smartest thing I've ever seen. Now your coping isn't going to be 110% perfect like you would if you had a degree finder or a tool that's going to saw down into pipe to give you your exact angles. But if you don't got the money to do it, this right here is perfect. I mean, you can't get no better than this. A little bit of grinding and patience, and you come out with something like this. This right here, guys, is household products. There is no money involved. I went to the store, the convenience store, and said, hey, can I get some stir sticks? And they looked at me like I was crazy. Well, I am. I mean, blind doing this, you know. Had this come out, you know, and let me say that is the smartest thing in the world. Now, I'm gonna grab the camera and I'm gonna have the man of the hour introduce him. We'll call him Mike Guyver, but his name is Mike, and he's gonna explain himself to you a little bit and what he does. Mike?
Yeah, my name is Mike. I'm from Oregon. I came down for UTV takeover in Oklahoma. 28-hour trip. Got to stop and ride a few spots along the way. Got to meet some good people. Didn't get left on the street, and you know, Oklahoma guys have really taken care of me. Riding with Chris has been phenomenal. I can say that even for a blind guy, he probably rides better than half the people that'll watch this. You know, he can keep up with built motors, and honestly, for a blind guy, I was pretty amazed. So, you know, the weather was pretty crappy, and I needed a place for a day, and he said, why don't you come over? And I saw the cage here, and I said, hey, you know, you can do some Nerf bars. It's not that hard. And he didn't believe me, and next thing you know, we were unbolting the cage and putting everything together. Honestly, I just build stuff that I see, you know, like if I see it and I want to do it, that's what I do. I'm not a business yet. I'm working towards that. We're working on a billet rear differential right now. It's taking a little bit of time, but perfection is the tragedy of things. If you want it done right, it's going to take forever.
Right.
You know, like with this here, we did this with the basic bare minimum tools. Like Chris said, you know, this has been pretty crazy. I have the nice tools at home, and to come back down to reality and use the bare essentials that I started out with in life is a little different. Not to say I want to visit it again, but
Oh,
hey.
they're definitely poor man tools. Let's just go out there and say that. This is stuff for people who have no money to budget with. I mean, you know, you buy an expensive machine, but you tie it up in that, but you can't afford. I mean, you don't want to afford $300 Nerf bars, but they are good to have. And if you bought a $1,400 cage, or you know a buddy who did it, you know, I mean.
Well, if you save up the $1,400, you don't got the $300 for the cage or for the Nerf bars.
You're right.
So this is what we did to help out Chris. Honestly, he's a good guy. You know, he's opened up his home and he's been pretty nice, and we've had a pretty great kickoff on this. He's stepped in a lot further than most friends I've had, and for a blind guy, that's saying a hell of a lot. You can't pass that. So he was here willing to work and lend a hand where he could. I was willing to put in the time, and really at the end of the day, I get to leave Oklahoma with my name on something to help someone out. So for me, that's more rewarding than money itself.
So what's your name? I mean, if someone has questions about this, because let me tell you guys something real quick, okay? This guy is a phenomenal genius on knowing stuff, and just if you have questions, or you say, hey man, he built me a oil, what is that? Oil cooler plate, and oil cooler itself, even block off plates. I mean, this guy is just intelligent. You spend 5 minutes talking to him, smart. He's not a cocky, arrogant person. He's not going to say, I know everything, but you know, he's smart. So how do we get a hold of you, Mike? I mean, where on Facebook could I find you?
Mike Heinen's Moto Concepts.
Is it Moto's Concept?
Moto Concepts.
Okay, Mike Heinen's Moto Concept. Guys, you need to check him out, friend request him, say what's up. Leave a comment. I mean, even PM him if you got a question or whatnot. This dude's a straight shooter.
And if you're out in Oregon, PM me for a ride. I'm always down to ride.
Oh man, he's got a sick ride. If it was daylight, I would show you. It is stupid sick ride. I enjoyed it. Long travel. It's got good exhaust. I mean, you know, just sick, all around sick. You know.
Well, thanks.
You know, again, guys, and we're gonna go to the other side. I'll pan to the other side, but this is right here. This is what it looks like, and then, you know, there you go, Mike. Want to hold that and then kind of get that over there, you know. And this is the, what you say, rough cut. You get on this side right here. So this is before we paint it. We're not done welding it yet, but this is kind of the rough formation. And like I said, this cage was blue and black, and we peeled off 2 layers of paint to get to this. Not hard. Sand it, or another trick Mike showed me, running in front of a heater for 5 minutes and you can peel the paint like a banana peel. I never knew that. So much learning involved with this, and it's just so been such a blessing. And that's in end of the day, that's what I want in life. You know, this weekend at UTV Takeover, I got to chill with Super ATV, got to give him rides, I had to see side-by-side stuff, man. Billy, cool guy, he took some awesome pictures. So if you guys want, they're on my Facebook page. If not, you know, this right here, guys, easy build for anybody out there. And if you want to PM me, I'll give you measurements and kind of give you an idea. We went 6.5 out, but when it was all cut, it went, was it 5.5 in? Is the length, the width?
Just about.
Yeah, so when this thing squatted down, my tires set flush with the tree, with the Nerf bars, which is what you want. Idealistically, you don't want them stick further out, because if you're riding, you don't want to clip something, and then, you know, it's just not a good ride. So that turned out to be really good. They're mounted. They're not going to go nowhere. We were jumping on them earlier. You know, I can get on this one right now. Hopefully the jack doesn't fall on me. Oh boy. You see that?
You're fine.
Look at that. You know, they're not gonna move and stuff. So guys, I am planning on making more videos. I do hopefully gonna get a way to start editing. I know my stuff ain't like high grade quality, but you know, you guys aren't here for the. You guys are here to listen to my story, and I appreciate you guys subscribing. Share this to everybody, man. Let everybody know that this is a cheap way of getting something out of your machine that's gonna make it look just 10 times better, you know. So again, guys, subscribe, thanks, like, and again, I can't see. Blind guy out.